Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jenna Show. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I hope you still do the same for today and you're interactive. Today, I'll be discussing savings accounts and so far, like my experience with them. So, essentially, a savings account is an account which you open at the bank. It helps you with planning. It is easy, convenient money which you have access to. You can have an emergency savings account. You can use it for your nearly day-to-day expensive, even though that'll be a bit costly for your bank charges. But then you open it with a financial institution. South Africa is one of the best financial institutions in the world. So a savings account isn't difficult. Literally takes an hour or so to open it up. And yeah, it's very good. So there are different types of savings accounts, right? The first one is the traditional one, which can go open at the various financial institutions. You can open them and then you have to deposit a minimum low amount. I remember when I started opening an account, I think they wanted $50 or something. I still have a bad experience with FNB, by the way. I'm not scared to name and shame them because, yeah, back then they did me dirty. Maybe they've atoned for their ways, but then, yeah, it is that. It was $50 back then, but yes, it's easy. You can open it yourself. There's a fixed interest rate, which means that if you put in 10 rand, the interest rate, I think it's sitting at 6.5 or something like that. So you only get the benefits of 6.5 for whatever amount that you put in there, because it's just a savings account. It's not meant to amortize to great extent, which also, this is one of my grievances with financial institutions, that they give you a fixed interest rate no matter the performance of your money or how much you deposit in there. Because I know S&P 500 has grown for the past years 239%. So imagine if you $1,000, 200 and whatever percent in increment, that goes a very long way, you see. So it's like one of those superpower things. You see. So it's like, where would you put your money? Savings account or investment account? But there's a specific reason, as I've been saying in the whole video, why you use a savings account and why it's better for your 30-day money expenditure, because it's easier there, you can access it there, and it's more convenient, and as opposed to like an investment account where there's more paperwork, there's more nitty-gritty things that you need to get through to get the money and so forth, you see. So it's one of those things that you have to adapt to, I guess, as a person. And unfortunately, the cons of the traditional savings account is that, as I said, there's a low interest rate. You get charged monthly maintenance fees or bank charges, which fluctuate. So a savings account you're not meant to use as in like your day-to-day type of thing, because it's just meant for putting money away. So if you use it for your day-to-day, obviously your interest rates will start to hike up because you're using it more, and that's the procedure. I think some banks charge you for the SMS they send you for every bank notification. Some even charge you for your bank statement when you take it out from the ATMs. All of these things is like additional costs. And also, let's say you put it in your fixed savings account, there's a penalty for you taking out your money prematurely. So let's say you put it in see, I locked it in for 6 months, but then on the 4th month I want to use it. They're gonna penalize you for that, you see. So you need to be cognizant of that savings account, in as much as it's low interest rate and also low fees, it's not necessarily low. It can actually become high depending on the amount of money that you have in there. Because also they also withdraw fees, which I honestly don't understand why they keep on going up every single year, because it's our money at the end of the day. Why do you get charged more for taking out money of ours, you see? So yeah, it's one of my gripes with things. Although I like the point that becoming digital as the world, like most things you just swipe or you tap with your phone, so that's become way easier, way more friendlier. But also tapping is addictive, guys. I remember when I was just before COVID or the world had opened up, I'd started like tapping. I fell in love with tapping. I was just tapping. everything. I wake up deep, and then I got so broke. Fortunately, the schools had closed and I was coming home, so it was like, yay, at least broke at home. I can just chill. Home is nice. You don't pay rent. You don't, like, your problems are less. You see, so that was one of the benefits. But besides that, guys, let's have a good, proper, fundamental relationship with money. I know we don't have enough money to stretch throughout the whole month, but I'm just saying, where you can, cut it out. Where you can grow your money, grow it. Where you can double it legally. You see, so it's one of those things. But then those are one of the few gripes I have with the savings account. But I guess it comes with the territory, I guess, right? Then the next one is a high yielding savings account, right? So it comes with the same saving account principles, but then it has a higher yield because the interest rate is higher than your traditional one. So let's say a traditional one is at 6%, as I had mentioned, and then the new one, the high yielding savings account, will yield, let's say, 10-12%. It's literally almost double, but then it's worth it, I guess. It also has a low minimum requirement when you deposit in there, probably $50 or $20, depending on how they want you to become their customer, how they swindle you in there. And then it has less monthly installments because it's an online thing. I know in South Africa, for instance, Time Bank, because it's an online bank, has less costs because it's an online bank. You can't necessarily be charged for many other things. So you see, that's good. And it's good that it's a high yielding one. But then sadly, the disadvantage is there's no branch access, because sometimes, let's say you want to query something or ask, and you need someone physically there to explain to you. You can't do that because it's online. What if their network doesn't work or something like that, or their website is down? Those are one of the disadvantages, right? So yes. And also, transferring money between banks can be tedious. Most banks I know, they have an immediate payment option, which you pay extra obviously for that, and then money goes through immediately, or a couple of hours, 6, 12 hours, 18, 24. But then with these banks, could literally take up to days, where they say it's like minimum 3 days or 5 days. So you need to be cognizant of that hey, dog, this is how it works, you see. And you may not have access to your money via the ATM because it's an online one. So let's say that retailer where you able to access the money, or that place where you access money, is closed for that day for maintenance, whatever. That's one of the inconveniences, that it's not universally or globally available access to customer service. So that those are one of the cons of it. But besides that, whether you choose the traditional savings account or the high yield savings account, you need to sit down and weigh the pros and cons. Yes, I've mentioned them, but you yourself need to sit down and say, maybe savings isn't the way to go. Maybe I could do 50 30 20 10 principle, where 50 I use it for my utilities, 30 I use for I don't know, other stuff, 20 leisure, and then 10 for investments. Besides that, ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.